guys, Daniel.
Lucy here.
And here is the movie that was in the sci-fi poll. And you guys chose, and it was tied. It was a tie this time.
So last
Yeah.
time it happened, Daniel just chose one, and this time it was a bit different.
Yeah. This time, instead of us choosing, we had a coin. We flipped the coin. It's like, okay, let's see whatever it lands. Because honestly, I had seen both movies. I've seen both Ex Machina, which was the other one, and Contact, which is the one that we're gonna see. So I was like, I've seen both. I like both. I think both are interesting for her to see. So, and the coin chose Contact.
And if you have no idea what we're talking about, basically we have a Patreon and the link is below and you can join for free, you don't pay anything, and you can vote on our monthly polls. Normally we have 2 a month, and we also we put there some updates as well for free, so you don't pay anything, you can join. But if you want to give us a bit of support, you can also have one of our paid tiers where we post on a daily basis a lot of cool stuff and movies and shows and all of that. And that being said,
the only question I have is, do you have any idea? Do you have any knowledge about this movie?
no, I do not. Matter of fact, no.
Contact from 1997. Nothing? I think it's a good way to go in blind, so I won't even tell you which actors are in it or anything like that.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I like it. I prefer like that. So
that's it. I think we're gonna just go, right?
okay, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, guys, if you didn't yet, and put a thumbs up if you enjoyed this reaction, and let's go.
You can see the full-length commentary, get access to polls, to what we will see next, and more on our Patreon page. The link is in the description below. If you liked the video, please don't forget to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you!
That's such an interesting way to start a movie, though.
So obviously, guys, I'm gonna be a bit silent in this reaction.
So this is a sci-fi movie, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Robert Kennedy was shot in that ballroom.
I mean, the universe is so amazing and so gorgeous. It's like mind-blowing. It's gorgeous.
But the silent is the thing that stresses me out the most. This is the Milky Way. And all of that are galaxies. Yeah.
That is so cool.
CQ, this is W9GFO here. Come back.
So blue eyes. Gorgeous.
I know this actress. She's a kid here. She's so young.
I'm not getting anything.
Small moves, Ellie.
But I do recognize the actor, though. The father, I would say, right?
Yeah, he's a very good actor.
Copy W9GFO, K4WLD here.
Where are you, K4WLD? Come back.
Pensacola, over.
Pensacola, where's
I think a
Pensacola?
lot of time also people on trucks and everything, they used a lot of radio.
Pensacola, Florida. 1,116 miles. That's farthest yet.
I mean, there was no internet at the time, so yeah, I do understand. It would be cool to do this kind of stuff, you know?
Oh yeah.
Don't tell me.
What's the one after Jupiter?
Saturn.
Saturn. Could we talk to Saturn?
Mm-hmm.
Could we talk to Mom?
I don't think even the biggest radio could reach that far.
He seems like he's a very good father, you know? Oh, she draws very well. Damn, I'm surprised.
Do you think there's people on other planets?
If it is just us, seems like an awful waste of space.
Yeah, exactly. I agree entirely.
Thing is, if you follow the logic, it's so big that
It's impossible not to.
No, I'm just saying that it's possible to exist, and we will never enter in contact.
Oh yeah, of course. That's her as an adult, I would say, right? Then I do recognize.
I was gonna say, look at the eyes, and
Yeah.
the actress, I'm gonna need a bigger antenna.
That is huge. Oh.
That's an interesting thing, because I see that a lot of near like antennas, like you need space.
It's like to reflect, maybe.
I don't
would say
know,
so.
I don't know.
Logically, it would make sense.
They can pretty much order anything you need from San Juan.
Where can I get some dish time?
San Juan? So is this like in what's it called? Puerto Rico?
Unfortunately, I have no
That
idea.
might be completely wrong. So
So much older, the computers, you know.
of course, no, but this reminds me of the computers I had at home at the end of the 90s.
Yeah, she does love radio. She always had.
Try back a little bit. You had something there.
He's a weirdo.
All right, 1221.46. There it is, J1741 plus 2748.
It's already cataloged.
Must have been a Starquake.
Starquake.
Ellie.
Ken Clark.
Blind?
Yeah, so it's normal that he would hear even more than she would.
That you are brilliant, driven, major pain in the ass, and obsessed with a field of study that he considers tantamount to professional suicide. And Dr. Arroway here will be spending her precious telescope time listening for,
Little green men.
Aliens. Okay, I will like this movie very much.
Gracias. Elena, una cerveza también, por favor.
Oh,
Some
she speaks
beer.
nice, with Spanish.
In real life, she does speak French as well. She speaks good French.
This guy here.
mind if I sit down?
Sure. What are you writing?
The usual. Nouns, adverbs, adjective here and there.
I work on a project called SETI.
Search for extraterrestrial intelligence?
He knows that.
Wow.
I mean, it's right there, so I would assume people around the place would know. It doesn't look like a writer, though.
Looking for this guy, David Drumlin. He's the new head honcho of the National Science Foundation. I take it you know him?
You could say that.
Compass. Good for you, Al.
That's kind of him.
Will you have dinner with me tonight?
Yeah, he's trying, but she likes him as well.
I gotta go. Drummond's coming in this Tuesday.
So you got a piece of info.
Yes, I was gonna say, dropped a little bit of info.
Dr. Drummond, how are you?
Oh, this is Drumlin.
Glad you could make it, David.
Ellie, still waiting for ET to call?
Oh, why do I have the feeling he's a bit of an ass?
We need to stop wasting money on pie-in-the-sky abstractions and start spending on practical, measurable ways to improve the lives of the people who are, after all, footing the bill.
I
I
kind of
don't think
agree
she
to a
really
certain extent.
agrees with him.
As long as your motive is the search for truth, which is exactly what the pursuit of science is.
There he is.
She likes him.
Father Joss?
I'm not against technology, Doctor. I'm against the men who deify it at the expense of human truth.
Kent. Been meaning to...
That guy has a huge ego. Sorry, but...
Which one? Well, I mean, both
No.
of them, yeah.
Yeah, but the writer is a more earth-to-earth guy. The other one,
You're a priest?
Got my master's in divinity. Then I dropped out of seminary and went off and did some secular humanitarian work, coordinating.
and I think he never finished, so...
Couldn't live with the whole celibacy thing. You could call me a man of the cloth. Without the cloth.
That's interesting for her. It's like, now we can talk.
All right, you see that sort of large W-shaped constellation right there? That's Cassiopeia.
Oh, I know nothing about it.
When I was younger, I knew a bit more about this, to be honest.
I don't
Now
know
I
how
forgot.
people can just
Recognize
look and
so
say,
much.
oh, this is ABC.
They said that it wasn't really a star at all. It was actually
That's not a star, that's...
Planet, yeah.
a whole planet called Venus.
Last time I said that to my mother, we believe we saw an UFO. But
I know the story, yeah.
I'll tell it at the end.
Yeah, there are 400 billion stars out there, just in our galaxy alone.
I'm so in love with her, the way she talks.
Millions of civilizations out there.
Well, if there wasn't, it'd be an awful waste of space.
Just like...
I was like, okay, you're the one.
Amen.
All I know is that I wasn't alone. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't scared of nothing.
And there's no chance that you had this experience because some part of you needed to have it?
Now, my intellect, it couldn't even touch this. No.
That's being humble. I
You're
think
close to him, aren't you?
his dad.
Yeah, it was. He died when I was 9 years old.
Oh, so he died pretty much when we saw the
Yeah. Oh, that's being unlucky. Damn, both of
Yeah.
them. Jeez. So who did she stay with? Maybe a family member?
an aunt or
yeah.
something like that.
Because she did got an education, so she did good for herself. Maybe
True.
because of the inheritance or something, no?
Maybe she's so good she got a scholarship.
Oh
something
yeah,
like that.
oh yeah, definitely.
They do
might
have that
been.
there.
Yeah, yeah.
Ellie, did I even miss something?
It was because of the subject,
Shit, I'm late.
parents.
Yeah.
I told Kent that I'd be there at 2:30. Here, just hang out and sleep in. And there's a bunch of food in the fridge. Just leave your number. I'll call you.
Dad, it's starting. You're gonna miss it.
Oh, is it like a meteorite? Right?
Oh, is it when he died?
Dad?
Oh no. Oh. We already know he died. We don't need to see this.
And then you're a kid, and the only person who's there.
God. A stroke or something? Oh, with the pop. Oh God, no.
I'll get the medicine.
Okay, so he was sick already, maybe.
Yeah, apparently because the way she said that, get the medicine.
Yeah, I don't think she's gonna get there fast enough.
Nice shot.
Maybe she doesn't know which one it was. She gave him the wrong one.
Now it gave me that impression now because of the lingering shot on all the
Right.
pills there. Yeah, that would be the worst.
That would be the worst, yeah.
We aren't always meant to know the reasons why things happen the way they do.
Should have kept some medicine in the downstairs bathroom. Then I could have gotten to it sooner.
No, see, it was not the wrong, at least not that. You know.
Yeah.
But
it
she
really-
blames herself
yeah,
the same, obviously.
Of course, yeah, of
but-
course. But the thing is, it seems like she knew quite well about what he
condition?
should take and his condition. Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Dad, this is Ellie. Come back. This is Eleanor Airway, transmitting on 14.2 megahertz.
It's really tough. Really tough for someone that's that young, you know.
And
Can
like
really
you said,
mess you up.
Yeah, and like I said before, she seemed to have a very good relationship with her dad. So
Yeah.
that
That's
there was,
even
you could see
worse.
the intimacy and the proximity. Yeah.
Yeah, it's even worse. Damn.
You know the very large array in New Mexico? It would be a dynamite place to do some
What are you
serious
talking
steady,
about, Kent?
steady work. Drumlin pulled the plug.
Mm-hmm.
We're homeless.
Oh, she's really pissed.
The guy doesn't even move. Like.
You're far too promising scientists to be wasting your gifts on this nonsense.
Look, I don't consider what could potentially be the most important discovery of the human race nonsense.
You won't be taken seriously, and your career will be over before it's begun.
So what? It's my life.
Yeah, maybe the guy is the one that took her in, sort of speaking. Maybe they're like related in a way. Huh, that was funny.
You were right. Screw Drumlin. All right, we're gonna raise the money ourselves. We're going to New Mexico.
Try begging for some of that Hollywood money. Why not? They've been making money off aliens for years, right?
That's funny.
Try not to be too confrontational.
Her
Huh?
confrontational.
Confrontational? Me? What do you mean?
She never called, right?
Yeah, now they're just gonna like pitch to see if they get something. Oh, she looks very professional though.
Now all we really need is the money.
A nice presentation, Doctor. Must confess that your proposal seems less like science.
More like
and more
what?
like science fiction.
Yeah.
Want to hear something really nutty?
Don't be confrontational.
Build something called an airplane. You know, you get people to go in it and they fly around like birds. It's ridiculous, right?
That's exactly what he asked. Like, don't be like you're being.
Everything is ridiculous until it isn't, right?
There are ways and ways, you know.
Profoundly impactful moment for humanity, for the history of history. Truth is, you're my last chance, so I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Doctor. Yes, sir.
Oh, there is someone else listening, and they are the big bosses. And the guy.
You have your money.
Well done, girl.
It's like, okay, what happened? 4 years later.
But again, that's the thing. Until things get done in this kind of field, it takes way too long.
Of course.
Ooh,
She controls all of them.
that is so cool.
And this is in Mexico, right? They said.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico. Okay.
I think it's New Mexico.
Okay.
It's not just drumline. There's been enormous pressure from other scientists as well.
It doesn't matter
To do
anyway,
what,
because
sorry?
Haddon's funding us for another 2 years.
These are government-owned telescopes. They can lease them to whomever they want, and they don't want the high priestess of the desert using them anymore. Staring at static on TV for hours at a time, listening to washing machines? Did you really think these stories wouldn't get
I
around?
was looking for patterns in the chaos. Come on.
It
just
doesn't matter
copy that.
anymore. We've got 3 months until the paperwork goes through.
I mean, but if they can't do it for like 1 to 5 years, they will not do it in 3 months, you know?
If I have to go it alone, I'll go it alone. I've done it before.
Oh, it's like a huge canyon.
Oh, that's incredible. Imagine watching a sunset in a place like that. Damn. Or sunrise, or just being there. For whatever's... you know?
Just being there, yeah.
Become a spiritual counselor of sorts and a recent fixture at the White House. His latest book, Losing Faith, is currently #1 on that publication's
Damn.
bestseller list.
Well done.
The guy is well known, yeah.
Are we happier as a human race? We shop at home, we surf the web, but at the same time, we feel emptier.
Now I understand why the beginning was how it was.
Feel these holes in our lives.
Oh, there's something going on there. Oh, please tell me you're gonna hear something. Oh, I'm so curious. I mean, and while they're hearing, they're recording, right? I would say so.
Right ascension, 18 hours, 36 minutes, 56.2 seconds.
Fish!
What?
I'm moving the rest of them now, and I need you to confirm the coordinates.
Check the status of the array. She's doing all the dishes. Hello.
That's good, right?
Copy that.
Suddenly you have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Your 4 are online, the rest are tracking in.
Damn.
Go get ready to set the target frequency to manual. Second we're aligned. How you doing?
Partially polarized set of moving pulses, amplitude modulated.
I got it! I'm patched in.
Let me hear it.
It's like a heart beating.
It sounds so metallic.
Willie, patch it back and give me the off axis.
Yeah, I'm just not following anything what they're saying about
Yes.
stuff, but I'm loving the vibe.
Point source confirmed. Whatever it is, it ain't local.
Position?
I checked interferometry somewhere in Lyra, I think.
Vega?
Can't be. It's only 26 light years away.
Pick it up on my...
Stopped. Come on, come back.
All right, it's restarting. Base 10 numbers. Just start counting now.
That's a
See how far
5.
we can get. 7.
Like Morse code or something.
7. Those are all prime numbers. And there's no way that's a natural phenomenon.
Holy
okay,
shit.
Okay, let's just...
So now you know it's not just a random sound.
Whatever the signal is, we better do something soon. Vega's gonna set.
Deposition is confirmed. We've got 4.4623 gigahertz.
It's in
Australia.
Ian Broderick.
So it's on the other side. Okay.
So maybe they're talking with like different
Of course.
people that
of
do
course.
the same but in
Exactly.
different places to see if together they can just put something together, right?
One, the pulse sequence through every prime number between 2 and 101.
Okay.
But that's so random.
And then it restarts, right? I mean, whatever it is, I just find it interesting, and I think it makes sense that the language used is mathematics.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Again, there is no confirmation that what's IA was sent from this government facility.
I want all these people out of here.
The thing is, it's not going to be easy for them to believe, you know. But again, they have their own scientists, so...
Explain this to me. If the source of the signal is so sophisticated, why the remedial math?
Exactly. Why don't they just speak English?
Yeah, well, maybe because 70% of the planet speaks other languages.
God.
I don't get it.
Prime numbers. That would be integers that are only divisible by themselves and one.
As raw and simple as there is.
The signal has been transmitting for 26 years.
Doctor, let me first say that your reputation...
Actually, first, could you ask the gentleman with the firearms to wait outside?
Doctor, with all due respect to your scientific knowledge...
I love it.
Who are all these people?
I have no idea.
Your having sent this announcement all over the world may well constitute a breach of national security.
Boy, this isn't a person-to-person call.
Because of the Earth's rotation, we're only in line with Vega so many hours a day. The only way to completely monitor the signal
exactly,
is to get the
because
cooperation of other stations. If Dr.
the Earth rotates.
We could have lost key elements.
I hear it.
Hear what?
Harmonic?
Like something behind it.
The second signal doubled the frequency. It looks like... Somebody get a TV monitor?
TV monitor, damn.
There's another signal. Looks like a TV transmission. We're hot.
No way. How the hell will they send an image through? I mean,
that's how
again,
it works. I mean,
I know, but
It's almost like they're two different interlaced frames. They're framing one.
Center that segment.
Centering.
Oh, you're interested now.
Well, I mean, of course we wouldn't.
Holy damn. Yeah, it's not focusing. Yeah, sorry guys. No way. Sorry, no way.
Okay.
I declare the games in Berlin.
How would anyone have access to this?
Get me the White House.
The Hitler
The
broadcast
broadcast
were the
from the
first...
36 Olympics was the first television transmission of any power that went into space. That they recorded it and sent it back is simply a way of saying, hello, we heard you.
People are in very good hands, Dr. Arroway. We'll take it from here. The White
I really like this actress.
Oh, they actually have like they tried to make like look like a President Clinton. Okay.
This is the product of years of exploration.
What is the story over here? I thought Ellie was supposed to be on.
You know those interlaced frames that we thought were noise? This has structure. I'm hearing structure.
The guy's really good.
Yeah.
If this discovery is confirmed, it will surely be one of the most stunning insights into our universe that science has ever uncovered.
I mean, this would have been something so massive.
And so far it's almost nothing, but I mean it's something
yeah.
coming from outside.
And in spite of the reports that you may have seen to the contrary,
Yeah, she's not gonna go live.
to better explain to you the events of the last 48 hours, I'm turning you over to the leader of the scientific team that
It's gonna be him.
Dr. David Drumlin.
Oh, that's like being stabbed.
That signal has been sent back to us, hugely amplified.
We found a series of markers on the top of each frame. Are you ready? It's digital. Massive amounts of data which extend right to the higher harmonics.
But they will not be able to understand it.
We thought they were just noise, but they're actually data. Huge amounts of it.
What does it mean, Doctor?
Oh, you should ask him, since he's the one that's in charge.
It could take forever. Well, we really need a primer up.
We need to get the best decryption people we have.
I hate people like this guy.
This is a privately funded operation. We're only leasing this time from the government.
If there's a more clear-cut case of eminent domain, I've never seen it.
No, they're just ignoring her.
Now, I'm going to recommend that Dr. Drumlin administer and coordinate the decryption effort. However, in light of Dr. Arroway's long experience in these matters, for the time being, she will continue to direct operations at the VLA.
Calling the message from Vega one of the most stunning insights into our
attendance at religious service.
Yeah, it's like all over the news in every country.
What is being called the message from Vega has caused thousands of believers and non-believers to descend upon the VLA facility here in the remote.
Oh, it's full of people now.
People are so crazy.
It's impossible this not to happen. Like you said before, it would be the biggest thing.
I mean,
right?
yeah, but...
And how many believers do you think that there are of aliens and stuff like that?
Okay, let's not mix things. We have scientists, we have believers, and then we have idiots. Jesus is an alien. And Elvis is alive. If I was an alien and I would see a portion of this, I would be like, I don't want to talk to them. Like, they're animals. We have animals here. We don't need to go to another planet to have like these kind of people.
The kind of people that you want talking to your God for you.
Well, this one doesn't fit either.
We've tried over 1 million permutations. All these, I can only get 3 corners to fit.
No, we just need the best ones in the country, and that's done. Oh, email. Oh, maybe it's gonna be hate or something. Excuse me?
Somebody broken.
Those are the aliens. That would be so cool.
What now? Where? I'll be there.
At night? There? That's what? Like, that's like a president or so? Because that's like a private jet, sort of. Yeah,
Might be.
private jet.
He hardly lands by anyone.
Oh, that's the guy that gave her money for the project. The one that she's. That
I would
was
think either that or
watching
the
her.
president, but yeah.
That was watching through the camera, and it's not there. Is through a camera, like he was in the other place when she was asking for money. So.
Dr. Arroway.
Yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be so interesting.
I've had my eye on you a long time, Doctor. Eleanor Ann Arroway, born 25th August, 1960.
God, he knows everything about her.
Doctoral work, Caltech, where you did breakthrough work on the lanthanide dope ruby maser, dramatically increasing the sensitivity of radio telescopes. Changes in NSF policy gave rise to certain funding problems. At which point, you came to my attention.
Hi.
You live here?
I find it convenient to keep my interests
In the air.
mobile.
Yeah, of course.
I guess I should thank you for having bailed me out all that time.
I'm not sure I'm gonna enjoy this conversation, but he knows all about her.
Maybe I can help deal you back in.
I didn't realize that I was out. You found the primer.
Clever girl.
Alignment symbols, registration mark, but they don't line up.
They do. If you think like a vegan. Efficiency functioning on multiple levels and in multiple dimensions.
Oh, so it just falls, but in a different way.
Yes, of course.
So cool.
Buried within the message itself
is the key to decoding it.
Nice
Within the
transition.
layering of the matrix,
Yeah, true.
we have these basic equations. They've given us a kind of general scientific vocabulary. We now have the symbols for true and false.
This was the key, to put it simply, that allowed us to decipher their language for physics, geometry, chemistry.
The guy is always jumping in.
Just saying what she did say, you know, like this is even more annoying.
Yeah.
Those look like engineering
Constructions.
schematics, almost like blueprints.
It is our belief that the message contains instructions for building something, some kind of machine.
To talk to them, probably.
It might turn out to be some kind of a transport.
Transport?
There's no proof of that.
There's no proof of anything.
Could be a Trojan horse. We build it and out pours the entire vegan army.
Honestly, I would take that into consideration as well.
Right now, my job is to protect American lives from any plausible threat. And in that regard, I am obligated to assume the worst.
She has no idea.
If the president wishes to stay this course, I can guarantee you're going to find his numbers going south like a duck in winter.
This is nuts.
Excuse me, miss.
Doctor, sorry.
We won't be suppressing any opinions here today.
No, of course not. I understand.
She's awful at communication.
If it had been religious in nature, it should have taken on the form of a burning bush or a big booming voice from the sky.
But a voice from the sky is exactly what you found, Dr. Arroway. I agree with Mr. Rank that there are unavoidable religious implications at stake here, but that doesn't justify taking an alarmist position.
He's so happy to be with her again there. Oh, I love her suit. Damn.
The man with his finger on the spiritual pulse of the nation, huh?
Your discovery, all of this, it must be a real vindication. I'm really happy for you.
Are you? Mr. Joss, the president's waiting.
Imagine you keeping the president waiting.
Do you know where I can find like a really great dress?
It's a very big problem.
Oh yes, it is. It is. Oh God, she looks gorgeous.
She seems very uneasy though. Oh,
The
it's the
guy's
same
still
guy.
here. What in the world? Why are you there?
It's like you're following me.
Oh, looks like devil wearing a cross.
You look beautiful, Ellie.
That's why she wanted a great dress.
I read your book.
Did you?
Here we go.
It's like you're saying that science killed God. What if science simply revealed that he never existed in the first place?
AKA the same thing.
I think we're
but
gonna need to get some air.
Yeah, you.
And a few more of these.
I got one for you.
What do you got?
Occam's razor. You've ever heard of it?
The simplest answer is usually the right one.
All things being equal, the simplest explanation tends to be the right one. Simply doesn't exist at all. And that we created him so we wouldn't have to feel so small and alone.
I'm more on that vibe.
I wouldn't want to.
How do you know you're not deluding yourself? I'd need proof.
Your dad, did you love him?
Yes.
Prove it.
Some things cannot be proved.
That was such a perfect analogy.
And the thing is, the guy is not an asshole about it. You know what I mean?
No. Yeah, but I like that they have such different.
What happened?
You were right
Positions.
The decryption team
What?
shows an illustration of what is unmistakably a human figure inside a geometric structure of some kind, designed to take a single human occupant into space.
Oh, the thing of the transport. Yeah.
They're gonna build it.
Who gets to go?
It's complicated, Ellie.
Not you.
They've formed a group of international candidates, but they're also putting together a formal selection committee.
You're on it.
I've been asked, yes.
You're a selector and I'm a selectee, and that we can't.
Yeah.
I want you to know whatever happens as far as
What? What are you gonna say?
Good luck.
Oh, just stop. Squeeze his neck, please.
He's not on the committee, Ellie.
Thank God. I mean, what else?
He wants to be the one to go.
Of course he would.
Of
Of course. What a surprise.
But I wouldn't
I'm
guess that.
so surprised.
I wouldn't guess that.
He wants
because-
to do everything himself. Sorry.
Because it's risky. I don't know. I didn't thought he was brave enough to be the one wanting to go, to be
He
honest.
wants to be the center of attention, and
That's
that's the
true.
way to do it. So
That's
of course
true,
he would
yeah.
want to.
It should be somebody who's fluent in the language that the message was given in. Science in this case.
One Nobel Prize winner recently noted his words. There is every indication that this is simply beyond our capabilities, that this endeavor will fail.
But the thing is, if you don't do it, it will obviously fail, you know? They have to try. I agree with that, you know?
Now, all it requires on our part is
Faith?
I was going to say a sense of adventure.
And the person going knows that there's a possibility of it going wrong. I mean,
Of course, but it would be way easier to be a scientist, you know? It makes a lot of sense.
If it works, and you travel to Vega at even close to the speed of light,
I know what he's gonna
when you
talk
come
about.
back,
If you come back.
you'll only be 4 years older, but over 50 years would have passed you on Earth.
The rest of the candidates and myself, we fully understand the implications, the risks that
which I understand why people might not want to go, especially if they have a family.
You're willing to give your life. You're willing to die for it.
She has given her life to science anyway, so...
Long as I can remember, I've been searching for something, some reason why we're here. What are we doing here? Who are
And since
we?
she's not religious, she's searching in this.
I think it's worth a human life, don't you?
Like, yeah, but just not you. I like you way too much.
You're an incredibly brave woman, Ellie.
Incredibly nuts.
Someone's gonna photograph you guys and use that against you guys. Why?
I'm really confused.
So am I.
If you should meet these vegans and were permitted
Vegans.
only one question to ask of them, what would it be?
Well, I suppose it would be, how did you do it? How did you evolve? How did you survive this technological adolescence without destroying yourself?
Madam Chairman, I have one more question.
Yes, Mr. Jones.
Would you consider yourself a spiritual person?
What's the point of that?
I don't really understand the point of the question.
It's just really like yours.
I consider myself a moral person.
Do you believe in God?
Yeah, for a moment, I do think he's trying to turn things around for her.
95% of the world's population believes in a supreme being in one form or another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he was playing her around to see if she doesn't get the place. Yeah, he doesn't want her to go.
All that we have fought for 1,000 generations, all that God has blessed us with.
Oh, of course, we talk about God. He's attacking her personally. Oh, he should never have made that question, to be honest.
Well, like you said, it seemed like it was on purpose.
Yes, clearly. What you want.
Why'd you do it?
Our job was to select someone to speak for everybody.
I told the truth up there, and Drumlin told you exactly what you wanted to hear.
Oh, that I agree 100%. He just said what he predicted was the correct thing to say.
It's annoying because I think this happens a lot of time, like people that really don't deserve the spot, they get it.
Oh yeah, of course.
In many fields and in many ways. Just because they play the game. I really, really, really hope it fails.
Just because they picked the wrong candidate.
Because it's gonna fail either way. You won't be able to understand what they're trying to communicate or anything. It's gonna be a failure either way, so...
No wonder they needed like the coordination of different nations.
Yeah, I mean that's massive, and it makes sense because it's for the evolution, let's say, of everyone in the planet. So,
well, I'm still, crew ops at the control center, and I suppose the fact that I discovered the message means that I have some PR value.
Of course.
I would love to take that smile out of your face.
Good luck on the test.
Let's see how the test goes.
Well, please be smashed.
Crew ops, verify all pre-test procedures are complete?
Yes, verified. I'm go.
But she's really on the field here, so that's really cool.
Jerry, how we looking?
Looks good. We're underway.
Looks like we
I think she's so nervous. She's so nervous.
The thing is, you build something, it's like, let's see what it does.
Yeah, because I have no idea, Of course, I had probably scientists trying to test a theory of that, but all very theoretical, until it gets done, of course.
We've got some video animation to show you just how this machine...
Oh, that's so cool for them to do, since they cannot be
yeah,
there.
Exactly.
Will come down through the center of the rings and into the machine's core. The big question everyone here is asking is, of course, what happens then?
Firm 40%.
All controllers, stand by to initiate drop sequence.
Seems like she's seeing something odd. So he will be in that ball would fall, and with the acceleration from the rings, it would make teletransportation of a sort.
That's the part I don't know.
What's your reading on the first and second order G levels? G levels are right on.
TD, we can...
Oh, no way.
We got a security problem here. This guy, he shouldn't be there. I know him.
You can see from his face.
Right behind you. The tall guy. The technician. See him? David, he's got something in his hand.
Bomb. He's got a bomb.
I want that emergency response team up on the gantry now. Security stage forward.
He actually has a bomb on him. Damn. But it's so much work and van, damn, and the money. So many years in tests and stuff.
Like you were saying, yep. She tried. She did recognize he was there.
Yeah, but I can't help to feel oh no, he died.
Yeah, my main concern,
It's the money, the investment, and everything they have.
There were other people
Other
there,
people,
right?
yeah.
But it's just the big thing that got completely destroyed.
Yeah.
What we do for the goodness
promise of all mankind.
And you could see for the face of that guy. And my question is, how the hell through security was he able to get there?
To get there, right?
As a technician.
It was a very big breach in security.
Yeah.
Welcome home.
So they just stopped building it? Are they not gonna redo it?
Not so soon.
Yeah, but when you think about that, I mean, it could have been me there, you know? Is that her house? Oh, if it is, it must be something from the other guy.
Москва 3215.
What?
Oh,
He's in space now, not just on a plane.
You're living on a space station?
It's quite simple, really. The low oxygen, zero gravity environment is the only thing keeping the cancer from eating me alive.
He wants more time.
My little room has one hell of a view.
Ooh, I can imagine.
That's my view.
Damn.
Hokkaido Island.
Oh, this is in the north of Japan.
Look closer.
They're building something there.
First
Oh!
rule in government spending. Why build one when you can have two at twice the price? This one can be kept secret, controlled by Americans, built by the Japanese subcontractors, wholly owned subsidiaries
Of Haddon Industries.
Which means she's gonna be on the next one.
Want to take a ride?
This is so cool, but oh god. That was such a great surprise, to be honest.
Yeah, like there's a second one.
We've been giving these to the astronauts since the beginning of the space program.
Like something you bite? Yes.
There may be an unforeseen mechanical failure. There are 1,000 reasons we can think of for you to have this.
It's just a possibility if you want.
I get it, and I agree with it.
Dr. Arroway, time to get ready.
Thank you.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I wish they had like a final conversation, let's say.
I had to see you one more time.
Hmm.
Oh, God, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
The reason I didn't vote for you to go, Ellie, was a good reason, but it wasn't the real one.
Exactly.
Of course, we know.
Because I don't want to lose you.
Mm.
You find your way home, all right?
Like I'll be old, without tooth, and probably
Man, I still want to see you one more
trapped
time.
to a bed, but come back to me 50 years from now. And now he ain't no test. That is very scary. Yeah, but it's so weird. For her, it's like 4 years or so, but for them, it's gonna be 50. So crazy how it
That's
works.
one possibility. The bottom line is they don't know.
I know, but the theory about time in space,
relativity.
Yeah,
course,
it's
yeah.
like we saw in Interstellar.
Yeah,
right?
it's difficult to wrap your head around, but yeah.
Yeah, you need to trust them a lot to do this. And that's for the head. Yeah. So, will they be watching this live? It's here. I wasn't sure if they would be able to actually watch it, you know?
Elliot control reading you 5 by 5.
Ellie, we're going to proceed to button you up.
Yeah, the guy's so nervous. I'm so nervous for her.
Go.
Here. Nice to smell you again, Mr. Kitts.
You too.
To smell you again.
No, it's the moment. I just hope that you actually see something, you know, like, and her coming back and everything, if she comes back. I just hope it's not one of those that this happens and the movie ends. Would be so upsetting. Shut up, Daniel.
I didn't say anything.
You don't need to. I hate you.
Who let you in there, huh?
A higher power intervened.
Well, I'm glad you came.
Oh, is that supposed to happen?
I'm picking up a moderate vibration here.
She's feeling the same thing they felt at the Cape at this point.
Ellie, the vibration is normal.
Yeah, it starts to get like with
acceleration, maybe.
Yes, exactly.
People, we are still go.
Something's happening. I'm
Yeah, it's gonna be like teletransportation, so it's not exactly gonna be all of that time. Wouldn't make sense because if she teletransports, it's way faster.
There's got to be some kind of electromagnetic field.
It's becoming transparent. So cool. That must be terribly scary.
Yes. Just to give it a boost.
She's shaking so much.
Structural instability.
Confirmed. Issue hold.
I'm okay to go!
My God.
I think they have the same machine there, and she will just pop in there.
She says she's okay to go.
Oh, you see, like the... Nice. She's out of the galaxy almost, right? That's the idea.
It's like a wormhole or something.
Arrived at her final destination, I would say.
It's a star. I must have gone through a wormhole.
Yeah, like we're saying.
It's Vega.
Yeah, so she went through one to get there and another one to leave.
The subway!
What's the thing with her? God!
Quadruple system. It's beautiful.
Oh.
This was much more violent!
No, not the necklace. No, no. Lose the necklace, for God's sake. It broke. Is she lost in space? Oh, that would be so disappointing.
So... celestial event. No words to describe it.
It's gorgeous.
So beautiful.
She looks so weird. What is this? That's her imagination, right? It wouldn't make sense to be Vega. Because she didn't exactly... Oh, that's her draw. Oh, that's gorgeous. Damn. Imagine living in a planet where that would be your view. I think that's happening because that's the place where she is. She's just dreaming about this. That reminds me of a horse or something like that, you know? Huh. Would be fun if it was like the father figure. Yeah, oh, okay, it is. Okay. Nice.
Dad?
So heartbreaking, you know? And then she was like, well, can you talk to Mom? Well, I think she was like way too far for...
Oh, I'm sorry I couldn't be there for you, sweetheart.
So it's so nice for us to have that here. You should be so proud
You're
of
not
her,
real.
you know?
Like, you're not
None
real.
of this is real.
That's my scientist.
You downloaded my thoughts, my memories, even. Pensacola.
We thought this might make things easier for you.
Oh.
You contacted us. We were just listening.
And there are others?
Many others.
Many others.
Oh.
Is this some test?
No, no tests. You're an interesting species.
Oh.
You're capable of such beautiful dreams. And such horrible nightmares.
That's exactly how I would describe human race.
The only thing we've found that makes the emptiness bearable is each other.
What happens now?
You go home.
I mean, that's it?
This was just the first step. In time, you'll take another. This is the way it's been done for billions of years.
It's like, believe me, we've been doing this for a long time.
Small moves.
And I love the way they put the father, you know?
And the language and everything the same, so it's familiar to her.
Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Whoever thought about this for the movie was a genius. Oh, now she's coming back. My question is, how long?
She is in the net. She's alive.
No time at all.
We're still trying to determine the nature of the malfunction, but the important thing is you're okay.
It's like, I've been there. This is crazy. It's like...
What happened? How long was I gone?
The IPV dropped straight through the machine.
I did go. That's what I've been trying to tell everyone.
It's like, you're crazy.
But the headset didn't record a single image.
Just this. The IPV dropped straight through. Everyone who watched saw exactly.
But it makes sense that she wouldn't be able to record anything, you know?
Course.
And even you yourself, how do you know that it was not your imagination? I'm not sure I would trust myself in that, to be honest.
Yet every scientific instrument confirms the IPV was out of contact for only a fraction of a second.
A fraction of a second Earth time, yes.
That was a perfect answer.
Now, because of the effects of general relativity, what I experienced is approximately 18 hours passed instantaneously on Earth.
Why do you think these aliens would go to all this trouble, bring you tens of thousands of light years, and then just send you home without a single shred of proof? Because they didn't want you to have any. A phenomenon known in psychiatric circles, I believe, as a self-reinforcing delusion.
But the thing is, it makes sense what they're saying.
I know.
It's very hard to believe.
Someone with extraordinary technical expertise, enormous financial resources, someone perverse enough, eccentric enough to have come up with the idea in the first place?
Oh, her...
Hadden,
yeah.
You're implying that this was all some kind of a hoax? That
That's going way too far. Oh, he died.
I think so, yeah.
He would be very upset with all of this.
Your experience is the result of being the unwitting star in the farewell performance of one S.R. Hadden.
Why would he do that?
Are you really going to sit there and tell us we should just take this all on faith?
Don't you, as you do with God?
Is it possible that it didn't happen? Yes. As a scientist, I must concede that. I must volunteer that.
Which is being honest. Again, she goes with honesty all the time, so...
You admit that you very well may have hallucinated this whole thing.
Yes.
You admit that if you were in our position, you would respond with exactly the same degree of incredulity and skepticism.
Yes.
Then why don't you simply withdraw your testimony and...
Because she can't. Because it did.
Because
for her,
I believe that I did.
I had an experience.
No,
I can't prove it. I can't even explain it. But everything that I know as a human being, everything that I am tells me that it was real.
Yeah, and the thing is, due to what she said before, that, I would give you reason. It just makes it everything way more trustworthy, you know?
A vision that tells us that we belong to something that is greater than ourselves, that we are not, that none of us are alone. I wish
they had seen it,
that everyone, if even for one moment.
I can't do it.
It is what it is. She's very honest about all of that, but
I mean, it is.
What can she do, you know? Like,
I can't just go back. I cannot say that, that as a scientist, you need to follow this route, but I can just deny what I saw and felt.
Exactly.
So it is how it is.
I just want them both to be together. I think they match so perfectly. And that's all to support her.
Of course, she does have a lot of believers in her, of course. Yeah, she's like a prophet.
Things do change around.
Joss, what do you believe? As a person of faith, I'm bound by a different covenant than Dr. Arroway. But our goal is one and the same. The pursuit of truth. I, for one, believe her.
Aww. That was so cute and romantic.
So what happens now?
I assume you read the confidential findings report from the investigating committee.
I flipped through it.
I was especially interested in the section on Arroway's video unit.
Huh. Maybe it was something there after all.
The fact that it recorded static isn't what interests me.
He knows.
Is that it recorded approximately 18 hours of it.
It would make sense. My question is, how did she knew that she had been gone for 18 hours?
Are there other people out there in the universe?
That's a good question. What do you think, huh?
I don't know.
It's a good answer.
No one does. I mean, I know. I talked to Ron.
The universe is a pretty big place.
She's very good with this, you know?
So if it's just us...
It would be such a waste of space. Oh, you see the thing that he had in his hand with the shiny? Because he had like... The father had some shiny stuff
remember.
On his hands. Oh, for Carl. Oh.
I'm not sure
I never
who
like
that
when
Carl might be, and I need to search for it.
Yeah, I don't really like when they do that because it means like someone passed away, so
I mean,
it's sad. But I do love the way that they do that out of respect for the person, so that's very
Yeah, sorry,
nice.
I was just shocked. I have no idea this was a Robert Zemeckis movie. How did I not knew that? I don't know. I mean, I had forgotten.
Yeah,
it's a director. It's quite good. Oh, a story by Carl Sagan. Maybe when they said for Carl, it was a Carl Sagan. Okay.
Oh, okay.
He's a scientist.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So,
sorry. Before I forget, I do have a certain question for you and for anyone else. Is this one of those engines or devices that they constructed to do this that can only be used once? Because my question would be, why not repeat it with different people, right?
yeah, but the thing is... Sorry.
If you have some questions, okay, now try again.
The thing is, I don't think that it is very cheap to do that. It's like...
No,
the
sure,
same,
I get it. Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Why don't you go to the moon again? If you've already been there, you can be like discovered more stuff or starting to put things on the moon. Why? Because it is not relevant anymore.
Yeah, but in
and
this...
it's expensive. And here I think it's exactly the same. Because imagine that they keep having the same things, you know. How are you going to explain that every time it fails? And every time people say the same?
Okay, it's too expensive to keep doing that. That I get. Yeah, that's one answer to
And
it.
the thing is, I don't think it's good for them to go through this every single time. Because like she said, well, I'm curious because it recorded 18 hours. So they know that was quite peculiar and interesting. The fact that it did last at 18 hours, but then she was like a fraction of a second. So
yes.
That doesn't... You don't need to be very smart to like, it is more reasonable to believe her than...
Yes.
You know, so... Yeah. So, I would say that they have no interest until they can find ways to explain more of that. Otherwise, they will keep having the same result, and it's not going to be good for the public in general to...
Okay, I get that part.
I would say that. Of course, that...
I would say that the research will continue in secret.
Yes, I would
like,
go more aligned to that.
Area 51 style, like we'll do things without people knowing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That would make more sense because as we saw, the leaders, the one in charge, they know. They know. So, like you said, they would probably believe their story and in public say like, she's crazy. Look at how crazy she is.
Yeah, and don't forget that they... Probably it does consume a lot of energy in a way, so probably they need to... reload of something to be able to repeat. That would be my idea, but of course I have zero knowledge on that.
That I'm sure. And the things are not the same as they were before. Yeah, you need to reload like reset things.
Yeah, and maybe Vega needs to be aligned in a certain way as well. This is just conjectures, of course. Mm-hmm. And maybe as well, I mean, they need to take that huge ball, take it upstairs again to
Yes,
see if,
that,
I mean,
of
to
course.
repair, to see if it can be reused or not, So, yeah. I would say that there are several factors for them not to do right away.
I accept that. I accept that. It was just the first question that I had in my head. It's just to share to see if you could tell me something about it. Yeah.
My question is, how the hell did she knew she was there for 18 hours almost?
Ah, yeah. You also said about that.
The only way that she would knew would be if she
had a
if she
clock,
said,
right?
yeah, if she had a clock, and the fact that she would know because someone would have showed her the tape had like 18 hours. So maybe that would be the reason. But if that was the case, I think she would have said.
She would have said that.
There. Oh, but yeah, that's like a recording of 18 hours. So.
Yeah, I think that to be honest, I think what they should have done would be a bit different because it seems like it's too much of like a coincidence to be the same time that she says. I think she should have said like, oh, I've been there for like something like 15, 16 hours, say a number, and then the number be a bit different so it doesn't seem like she knows exactly how much time it was.
But again, how would she know? Because she got unconscious, She said that she was unconscious.
No, I mean, that's the... I'm trying to remember the part where... Did she get unconscious at some point?
I don't think so, but I think she mentioned that.
She said it like in the Earth time, in real time, she was unconscious, I suppose. But
Yeah, so... I don't know. I just find very odd that she would know exactly how long she would be. And for them not to mention like how she got there, because she should have said, oh yeah, but look at my watch, because she was trying to prove that she actually was there for a certain amount of time, so that would be very helpful. So yeah, I'm not really sure, but that's one thing in the movie that I really don't think it make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I think they should have done like I said, like she said like approximately something.
Or saying like, well, like my watch was set for a certain amount and now is like in, for example, I mean, to have an explanation for her to know how long she had been away.
I mean, we understand that most people would not even question this, but I do agree with you, and I think it makes little sense to be just, a feeling of this time, and that it be exactly that time. It's too precise.
Yeah, and not only that, but the fact that I don't think with everything going on, I don't think she would have any idea of how long she would have been. Because here we do have a sense of how long the day is, because that.
But it's relative to things that we know how much those things take. That's how we know how long things pass.
Yeah, and not only that, you have like the sunrise, the sunset,
of course,
like the night. So it gives you a very good idea of time. But here, she didn't have any of that, and she was a long time, I'd say, but quite a bit of time talking to that
like
species.
This.
So
she is used to work long hours, right? In our normal time on Earth, right? She's used to work long hours. And let's imagine that because of that, she's used to spend a lot of time without eating, for example. And so the feeling she had is the same, like, when I spent 18 hours without eating, that's how I feel.
Let's pretend that's how it is and what it is. And don't forget that there was a moment that she was a bit unconscious when she just woke up at the beach. She got a bit, for a moment, she got unconscious.
I remember seeing her, like, it seemed like she was in space and everything.
Yeah. And she kind of fell asleep there in a way. I think it's like when they sort of sedated her. Oh god, my socks are just filled with holes.
Okay.
Not relevant. Oh, sorry, because they're like new. It's annoying. Sorry.
Okay, sorry guys. We again, this is a movie that opens a lot of questions, and then if you start to examine everything, it takes a long time.
We would be here 18 hours.
Yes, so I'm gonna go straight for something more direct about the movie.
Let's go.
So, what you thought of it? What are your thoughts?
So, I really enjoyed. So, if you guys are here in the channel for a while, you know that everything that's not very realistic, it's something that I normally don't like. but that's more with fantasy than sci-fi. Sci-fi, it's something that I'm way more attracted to, sort of speaking, because it's all based, or most of it's based on scientific stuff and science and space, universe, blah blah blah, aliens and stuff, and I am just so fascinated about it, as anyone would be, I think.
So you did like the scientific part about it. Okay, so I think officially I can stop saying like you are a sci-fi hater, because your problem is with fantasy sci-fi and not with science fiction itself, because this is fiction still. But
of course, yeah,
but it's that thing. It's not a fantasy type. I mean, it's difficult to set the boundaries, but it is a much more grounded scientific
For me,
interpretation.
it's very easy. Everything related to magic, unicorns, and amazing creatures, and horses that talk, and people.
No, that's fantasy.
Exactly. All of that for me is unnecessary to watch. Most of it, not all, but most of it.
But that's fantasy. And what about fantasy sci-fi? Like superheroes and those
I mean,
things, very
that's the thing.
exaggerated.
I like it, but maybe not as much as this. But for example, you give me like Avengers. Yeah, like I'm all up for it, you know, like I love it to the top, because it's like superheroes. I'm a child, you know, like it's so cool. You know, that I enjoy.
I get it. That's how I feel sometimes with fantasy, so I understand it. Yeah.
Okay, so there you go, yeah. I mean, we do have different tastes, and it's so good that we don't like all the same. I mean, that's the greatest thing. What a boring world would it be? But yeah.
But
this
we
one
both
I enjoyed.
do like hard science fiction, which I think I think it's the correct term for this. It's hard sci-fi.
Yeah, for example, I did love Interstellar. I did love The Martian.
Yep.
I mean, one of my favorite movies is The Martian. I really, really enjoyed. And I do think that Matt Damon is just amazing there.
And
it's with Matt Damon, right?
What? Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I always
you got it
confused.
right. Okay, so you did enjoy the movie, so please let us know what you liked the most, what you liked the least.
Okay, so one thing that I liked the least was that moment when they were all scientific stuff. Like the dialogues were all scientific, when they're like realizing the noise and all of that. So I didn't really enjoy that part in a way, because I couldn't understand, so I felt a bit dummy. But at the same time, I do love the fact that they put that on a movie. So it's one of those love and hate situations.
I couldn't agree more. At the same time, I'm like, I hope they're making sense in what they're saying. I really hope so,
But
because I don't know.
Yeah.
But I feel lost, but I like to feel lost in that way, because I'm like, it makes sense they would talk like that.
Exactly,
you know?
that's it. It's like, it doesn't make any sense, but it makes a lot of sense in a way.
When they're starting to talk, like,
For
to
dummies,
explain
it's
things, like, you should know this.
Yeah, it's like, don't you know? Why are you explaining? It's like,
Yeah.
don't you work on that? I mean...
Yeah, they are talking like people who knew exactly what you were doing.
Exactly.
We don't know, but they know. And I
Yeah.
prefer that. I know I might feel like, okay, I have no idea what they're doing, but it seems real what they are
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say better. And yeah, that's, again, one of the things I like the least, but again, one of the things I like the most. And one thing that I also really enjoyed is the relationship between the two characters, the main, with the writer and her. I really like her performance. It's very cool. I really, really, really enjoy the fact that they put in the movie the Martian part, or the part of the aliens. It was the father with the sand, and you in a very fast way realize, oh, like, this is them. And
yeah, she quickly got there.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh no, we put it there so it would be more
soothing.
easy and soothing for you. So yeah, it was so cool, first of all, that they were able to have that technology to get all of the information from her own head, sort of speaking, to use it right away. So that was so cool. And in terms of writing and creativity in that aspect, I think it was so much cooler than just put like that typical like green species with those like very eyes
like
and that head, like, you know.
In a way, I do prefer that they never show the aliens. I mean, and the thing is, according to what they were speaking to her, it's not as if there's one other species. It's like there are a lot of others.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I do think for a first contact, it would make sense not to freak out the person to try to make something that...
Yeah, exactly.
So first information, we are here, okay? We're all good.
Yeah, and also for you not to think that's like an attack, because of course everything is unknown and your first reaction would be to freak out, because it's like, I wouldn't exactly freak out, but for you to try to defend yourself and to be very sharp, you know, like looking around. And like that, I think it was very peaceful, very calm. But there is a criticism to the movie and to the whole plot itself, I would say, is that, like they said, and I think it makes so much sense, the fact that, okay, you got there and we've invested hundreds of thousands of millions of trillions of dollars to get this to happen, years wasted on here, for you to get there and for them to say, oh, hi, we're here. I mean, they realized they were there, the aliens and us, I mean, that we were in contact already, you know, like we got the message they were trying to give and to pass in this case. So it was just to prove something that they don't even believe, because we know the thing of the 18 hours and they were talking about that at the end. But
well, she came up with proof. She had proof, obviously, like you were saying, the 18 hours. So the ones in charge, they have the proof. They know it's real. Yeah.
But
what is the point? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, because what's the point of going there and for them not to talk about nothing else specifically, you know, like nothing else specific to happen besides the fact that, oh, we are here. This is like the first step. We are here. It works. Let's do it again in the future. I just think it's a waste of time, money, efforts, all of it from both sides, you know. So what I mean is, I would like to see, and I think it would make more sense, at least for us to have a little bit more of knowledge, for example.
I know what you mean. You
or
want something given, right? Something given to us. Be knowledge or technology or something like that.
Or just a change of experiences, for example.
Yeah. I would say, like they said, it's because we are... This is my interpretation of this, okay? So, I don't know. It might be different depending on the day. But I would go more of a... This is like a guideline. We are guiding you to something. Because again, they gave them like some directions for them to build a machine, for example. And what do they gain with that? They have proof that we are not alone in the universe, right?
Yeah.
And I would say what they built, that machine, which they still don't understand how it works, can now be studied, and throughout time, again, time, that's the thing. This is something, like they said, this is the first contact. Maybe in 100 years, 200 years, because of the knowledge of that machine that we still don't understand, and we deconstructing that, it will help the human race to get to a point where we can contact with them. Now, they didn't just give things, right? It's like you have to work for it, but we give you a head start, and at least you have what is probably the most important thing, which is a reason why to strive in that direction.
Okay, yeah, I completely agree with you. But the thing is, if humans don't even believe that, some people in power, they will not exactly pursue that route because they don't think what she said was true.
You saw how many believed in her at the end?
Yeah, honey. Normal people. What is normal people gonna do?
And the ones in power also know it's true.
A few, yeah. I mean, okay, if you see for that side, it's like, yeah, that was all of a say just for them, not to try to create a chaos on general public.
Obviously.
To study internally without anyone knowing. So that was just a facade to make her a liar so that they would investigate everything on their own. If you go through that side, which I think it's the the most probable one. Okay, I give you that. But if that's not the case, because again, it's a movie, we'll never know, I guess. But that's not the case. If they actually wouldn't proceed anymore with like research and stuff, not to a very high level, because they wouldn't want to repeat that again. Like you asked me, well, if they would continue, I mean, doesn't make, they wouldn't continue and everything. And it's like, if they will not continue that, then all of that was in vain. Then the fact that the aliens gave no proof, sort of speaking, then it's like never happened and probably will not happen again.
Well, guys, again, as you can see, yeah, we could be talking for a long time because, and I think that's a positive of the movie. It's like,
yeah, I love this kind of movies.
Built, yeah, it's built in a way that
to make you think about
yeah,
stuff
you
and
think and you can
controversy
talk.
in very different ways.
Yeah, exactly. Again, I know it has a lot of fiction in it as well, obviously, but I would say it's one of the, because I saw this when I was quite young, when I was like, I think in high school or when I finished high school. But it really did something for me because I remember I was like glued to the screen the entire time because it seemed a bit less exaggerated and a little bit more real because there's no, except at the end, obviously, but besides that, it just seems like a normal progression of things happening.
Almost like a documentary.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
and
like
and obviously it's really interesting. What I remember is that I saw this movie, and then I was with a friend of mine, my best friend, as you can imagine.
I'm so scared.
He likes this kind of stuff as well. And I basically described the entire movie to him. Like, I spoiled the entire thing. I just told him step by step everything. I think we were on a trip or something. I think it was that, if I'm not mistaken. So we had the time. So basically, I just told him the entire story. And he was like, yes,
please.
what?
Oh yeah, I can imagine. It's
so,
like, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it's one of those stories, or at least events. It looks like an event, like it could happen in reality. I know probably it wouldn't be exactly like that, but still. So yeah, it was one of those movies, and I only watched that one time.
Oh really?
I never rewatched it. I usually rewatch a lot of movies, but
yeah, but this is the kind of movie that I don't really think you need to rewatch it for you to remember it, I think.
Yeah, again, some details I didn't remember, but a lot of things I had in my mind. Like the discoveries, I had everything in my mind.
Yeah, I mean, it's very particular movie.
It's one discovery after another. Then the most boring part for me, boring to a certain degree, is when we get the part where it's just all politics. And I don't dislike politics, but it's just like, ugh, I want to get back to the discovery part, the scientific part, you know?
Yeah. Especially because most movies, they don't have much of that. I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy The Martian so much. Because you really have all of the process, you know, like, and theoretically, it all makes sense. It really aligns, so it's very cool. But yeah, I get what you're saying. That's my favorite part as well.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, yeah, before I forget, guys, I was saying during the reaction that the day that I said exact same thing that I had learned in school, like, I said, oh, Mom, you see, like, that's like a very big, that very big and shiny star. It's not a star, it's a planet. Planets, whatever, I don't remember now. And she was like, oh, that's interesting. But then we realized that we were in the car at night. And then we realized that, oh, that's odd. Seems like it's getting closer. It's like, she was like, oh, no, that's not it. That's like, maybe an helicopter or something, because it's getting closer. And when we realized, like, and this was in a fraction of a few minutes, like not even 5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, and out of the sudden that light is going on top of us, and everything was so silent. And Daniel knows because my mother tells the exact same story and had told him before. I was very young, and that light just comes and there is no sound whatsoever. Everything was silent, and it was one of the most terrifying moments I think, in my life, because first I was very young, of course, and then, I mean, it was not an airplane because it was way too low and it didn't make any noise. It was not an helicopter for the same reasons, and it was nothing I could ever explain. And it was something like a bit rounded in a way. So yeah, it was like maybe 3 meters, 5 meters.
That's really close.
I don't remember how much, but it was very close. And out of the sudden, we just stopped watching it. And then I was like, my mom was like messing with me. Oh, it's gonna take your dad. Your dad is coming along for home.
Your mom sometimes says some stuff.
And guys, let's notice that I was probably like 7, 8 years old. Probably 8.
Why would she say
Probably not
that?
more. And I started crying like a child that I was, of course. And then she wanted to turn around and to go. And I was like, no, Mom, you can't go. No, like, I'm gonna lose you, blah, blah, blah. And then we came home and she said, no, you're gonna stay here home and I'm gonna go after it, because it was like something so amazing and different and unexplainable until today. So, and I was just crying. No, it's gonna take you, it's gonna take that. And she was like, oh no, come on, hug me. I was just playing with you, but... And I had to call him because I was so desperate about it because of what she said.
I don't know what you guys saw. I don't know any of that. It's you were two people seeing the same thing. That I understand.
And if it was just me, if it was nowadays, I would be like, probably I was like, again, I was a child and we are very young. Sometimes we see things and we give another importance to the matter, but, and Daniel knows, that's a story that has been repeated by my mother.
No, and that's the thing. Your mother doesn't say anything that is, like weird or anything like that. So
yeah, my mom is a very earth to earth kind of person.
Yeah.
She's not at all the kind of person that's gonna be like, oh, I saw that was like something very weird, and a lot of the conspiracy theories, not at all. So believe me, guys.
It's possible that there is something with a very simple explanation, but that you both didn't get what it was. But I mean,
at the time it was on a drone as well. That would be the only explanation. But the drone, at the time, I don't think there was such things in a way, because it was like 12.
And the silence part is very weird.
It was like 15 years ago, more than 15 years ago, and it was silent. Like. You wouldn't hear, and it was just a light going, like. So yeah, it started very far, and then it was just above us, and some cars. It was like 1 or 2 cars going by, and they were like horning.
No, it's not horn.
Oh, not horny. Wait.
Honking, I think.
Oh yeah. Well, it's kind of upsetting when English is not your first language, but anyways. Someone was like beeping, and we're like, yeah, my mother, she just stopped the car in the middle. We just were looking at the sky like 2 idiots, and
well,
that was a hell of an experience.
It was an UFO because it was an unidentified flying object, so it was, for you at least.
Yeah, and it was a very big light and like a set of stuff, so I don't remember much of the lightnings, let's say, but she does better than I do, of course, because she was an adult, I was a child, so it's been a long time for me. So yeah, it was one of the most terrifying and most amazing experiences of my life, and till today, my mother, she really regrets not going after it to try to find it out and to see how it was. So.
But it just stopped, right? You said it disappeared, or?
Yeah, it disappeared because we were going to one way and it was going to another. There was a time that we just stopped seeing it. You
didn't chase it?
No, because I was too much of a cocky, of a coward. God, guys, it's like midnight, so I think this is my cue to go to bed, because I think that I'm not being able to talk properly.
Okay, understood.
That being said, Thank you so much for watching, guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed. We had so much fun with this one. I really love this one. It was so entertaining.
Yeah, it passed really fast. It was 2.5 hours. Yeah.
So guys, that's it. I really hope you guys enjoyed. We had so much fun with this one. It was such a pleasure. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you didn't yet. It would really help us. If you like this reaction, just please drop a thumbs up so that we know you liked. And don't forget to check our Patreon. We are posting on a daily basis. We have a lot of cool content there. And I think you're gonna like. So that being said, we'll see you guys next time.
That's it, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.